नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़ाउज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। Assalamu alaikum, my name is Engineer Farhan Tanveer and today is our 8th lecture for this course of CCNA 200-30 certification. Basically it is a free online course and today we are going to talk about the subnetting of class C IP addresses. Basically in our previous lectures, in the lecture number 6 and 7, I told you about how do we perform subnetting and why is subnetting important for us, and today's our lecture is all about the class C subnetting. We will be discussing or solving two different examples of the class C subnetting, and basically this is our first example. We have been provided by with an IP address and the IP address belongs to the class C. How is this a class C IP address? That we can tell from this first octet. This first octet has the value equal to 192, and all of us now know that if an IP address starts from 192 and ends at 223, 192 in the first octet or 193, 194, 195 up till 223, then it will be a class C IP address. The class A IP addresses have the range 0 till 127, then class B are from 128 till 191, and then class C are from 192 till 223. All this has been discussed in our previous lecture, so if you haven't watched my previous video related to the basic concepts of IPv4 subnetting, then kindly watch the lecture number 6 and lecture number 7 especially before going to this lecture number 8. Now basically this is a class C IP address and this is our CIDR value /27. In our previous lecture we have seen that this /27 corresponds to a subnet mask. First of all, what you have to do is to just basically convert this CIDR value into subnet mask. The subnet mask for /27 is basically 255.255.224. This is basically the subnet mask value corresponding to /27. /24 is the by default subnet mask or CIDR value of class C IP address. /25 it means 128 in this octet. /26 means 192 and /27 means 224. Now before calculating these 7 points, we have to calculate basically the number of subnet bits, total number of subnets, number of host bits, total number of hosts per subnet, valid subnet IDs, valid host IDs, and valid broadcast address for each subnet. So before going to this, we have to first of all calculate the block size. The first step is to convert the CIDR value into subnet mask, and the second step is the calculation of the block size. So I am going to calculate the block size. Block size is basically calculated by simply subtracting from 256 that value of subnet mask which is other than 255 or 0. So the value of subnet mask in an octet that is other than 255 and 0 is basically 224. So what you have to do is to just subtract from 256 this number 224. So I am subtracting 224 from 256 and this will come out to 32. So basically what does this block size mean? This block size means that one subnet will occupy a total of 32 IP addresses, and out of those 32 IP addresses, 2 IP addresses will not be given to the host or will not be given to the PCs or will not be given to the laptops, smartphones, etc. Why so? Because I already told in my previous lecture that the first IP address of a subnet and the last IP address of a subnet, the first IP address belongs to the subnetwork ID itself. You cannot give that subnetwork ID to a particular PC, and the last IP address is that of a broadcast address, and therefore the broadcast address can also be not given to a single PC. So what you have to do is to just assign a total of 30 IP addresses to your machines or to your hosts or to your laptops, etc. So now after first converting the CIDR value into subnet mask and then calculating the block size, now what you have to do, you have to now calculate the number of subnet bits. In order to calculate the number of subnet bits, we have a simple formula that can be used to calculate the number of subnets, and that simple formula is basically given CIDR minus default CIDR. given CIDR value minus default CIDR value. The CIDR value that is given to you is basically 27, and you know that since this is a class C IP address and the class C IP address default CIDR value is basically 24, so the number of subnet bits is basically 3. You have 3 bits for subnets. And now the second point that we have to calculate is the total number of subnets. So how to find the total number of subnets? Total number of subnets are basically 2 to the power n. Here you have 3 bits for subnets, so basically this is 2 to the power 8, that is 8 subnets will be there. With this calculation you have a total of 8 subnetworks. Now moving to our next goal, and our next goal is basically the calculation of host bits. How many host bits are available to us? So moving to point number 3, number of host bits. If you want to calculate the number of host bits, then it can also be calculated by using this simple formula, 32 minus given CIDR. This is the formula for calculating the number of host bits. So 32 is basically 32 minus CIDR value is given to you oblique 27. So these are 5 bits for the host portion. Now using these 5 bits, total number of hosts in each subnets, total number of hosts per subnet is basically 2 to the power n and minus 2. So 2 to the power n means 2 to the power 5, and then minus 2 to the power 5 is 32. 32 minus 2 is basically 30. So with the help of this basic data, we have now calculated first of all how many subnetworks are there. There are a total of 8 subnetworks. And how many hosts are there in each subnet? In each subnet you have a total of 30 hosts. How many IPs will be occupied by a single subnet? 32 IPs will be occupied by a single subnet. Out of these 32 IPs, 2 will be used as the subnet ID itself and the broadcast ID of that subnet. Therefore, for each subnet, the calculation says that the number of hosts in the subnet are equal to 30. So now this part number 1, part number 2, part number 3 and part number 4 are now clear. Number of subnet bits were basically 3, total number of subnets were 8, number of host bits are 5, total number of hosts per subnet are basically 30. Now we are going to calculate the valid subnet IDs. How to calculate the valid subnet IDs, that is very interesting, and now I am going to show you how to calculate the valid subnet IDs. Bear in your mind that we have the block size equal to 32. This block size equal to 32 will be utilized by us for calculating the valid subnet IDs. The block size for our numerical is basically 32. Now what you have to do, as I have told you that valid subnet IDs, I have calculated that there are a total of 8 subnets. So 8 subnet IDs will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and then finally 8. These will be 8 subnetwork IDs. Now how to calculate the subnet ID for the first subnet? Consider this IP address. This was your numerical. Since this is a class C IP address, therefore the starting or the first subnet ID will be basically 192.168.20.0. Why so? Because 192, 168 and 20, these are a total of 3 octets, and at a minimum you have to use 24 bits for a class C IP address network address. For a class C IP address, these 3 octets cannot be altered by you. All your calculations, all your subnetting will be performed in this octet. So the starting point of subnetting is basically the default IP address. So the default network address for this class C IP address will be 192.168.20.0. Now the block size was basically 32. This 32 block size will be added in the fourth octet, because all the subnetting will now take place in the 4th octet for the class C addresses. So basically 192.168.20.32, this is our second subnet ID. Now moving to the third subnet ID, 192.168.20. Adding another 32 in this fourth octet will lead you to 64. Then 192.168.20. Another 32 added, 196. 192.168.20. Another 32 will be added and it will become equal to 128. 192.168.20. 160. Finally the last two, 192.168.192 and the last subnet ID 192.168.20.224. These are basically the 8 subnetwork IDs. Now to which subnet your IP address belongs to, 192.168.20.50, this fits in the second subnet, because second subnet is from 20.31 till 20.63, one less than this IP. So the second subnet will include this particular IP address. So if anyone asks you to which subnet this ID 192.168.20.50 belongs to, then you will say that this particular IP address will belong to the second subnet ID or the second subnet. Now we have achieved our another goal, and that goal was to find out the valid subnet IDs. I have now calculated the valid subnet IDs. Now I will be moving to valid host IDs and the valid broadcast addresses. So this is now a piece of cake, because if we consider this first subnet, then this first subnet will be 20.1 starting from 20.0, then the first IP will be 20.1 and the last IP before this second subnet ID will be 20.31. So basically 20.30 and 20.31. This is your host ID range. As I have told you earlier that the first IP address and the last IP address cannot be provided to any particular host, because the first IP address will be the subnet ID itself and the last IP address will be the broadcast ID of that particular subnet. So you are left with 20.1 till 20.30. The last IP address before this second subnet ID will be 20.31. So this 20.31 is the broadcast ID, BID, broadcast ID for first subnet, and this 20.1 till 20.30, that is 30 hosts, as we calculated in previously, that each subnetwork will be having 30 hosts. So these are basically the 30 IDs that will be used for host IDs. Now if we talk about the second subnetwork, you can find the number of subnet IDs will be basically 30, starting from 20.33 till 20.62. This is the host ID range for the second subnetwork. And what will be the broadcast ID? Broadcast ID will be 20.63. If we go on and we want to find out this subnetwork, sixth subnetwork host ID range, then what will be that host ID range? 192.168.20.161 to 192.168.20.190. This will be the host ID range, and one IP less than this 7th subnetwork ID, one IP less than this 7th subnetwork ID, that is the last ID. Last ID will be 191. This will be the broadcast ID. If you create any packet with the destination address of 192.168.20.191, then that will go to all these 30 PCs. What about the last subnetwork? Basically, the last subnetwork will start from 20.225 up till 20.254, and 20.255 will be the broadcast ID for this particular 8th subnetwork. So I hope that this numerical is now clear to you, that how to calculate all these stars. This is all basically the subnetting that you have to learn all about. And now I am moving to another numerical in order to make your concept more clear. I am changing this CIDR value and I am now using the CIDR value equal to, let's say, 29. So another numerical is coming now First of all, what should we do? We have to, I told you in the previous numerical of oblique 27 that first of all you have to convert this oblique 29 CIDR value in the form of a subnet mask ID. So I am converting this CIDR value into subnet mask. Basically oblique 29 means 255.255.255.248. This is the subnet mask. If you are not clear about these conversion of CIDR values into subnet mask, kindly watch my lecture number 7. That will make you completely understand the concept of conversion between the CIDR value and the subnet mask. So now we have calculated or converted our CIDR value into subnet mask. Now the second thing is to calculate the block size. I told you in the previous numerical of oblique 27 that block size is calculated by simply subtracting from 256 that number in the subnet mask which is other than 255 or 0. There isn't any 0 in this subnet mask, but there are 255. So we have to use this value 248. So this is basically block size 8. What does this block size 8 means? This block size 8 means that each subnetwork will be having a total of 8 IPs, and out of those 8 IPs, 6 IPs will be used up by the host PCs or the laptops or the smartphones, host machines, servers, etc. But 2 IP addresses will not be included, as I have told you earlier that the first IP address of a subnet and the last IP address of a subnet, the first IP address and the last IP address cannot be given to particular PCs because first is of the subnet ID and the last one is for the broadcast ID. So now I am going to calculate these first 4 objectives. First one is the calculation of number of subnet bits. Number of subnet bits. How many bits are used for the subnets? I told you the formula for calculating the number of subnet bits. Basically what you have to do is to use this formula, CIDR minus default CIDR. The CIDR value given to you is basically 29 and the default CIDR for a class C IP address is 24. So you have 5 subnet bits. How many subnets can you form by using these 5 bits? Total number of subnets. How many subnets will be there? 2 to the power n. 2 to the power 5. There will be a total of 32 subnets. Moving to our next objective. Our next objective is the calculation of number of host bits. Now calculating the number of host bits. For host bits we have the formula 32 minus CIDR. 32 is as it is. CIDR that was given to you was basically 29. So 32 minus 29 becomes equal to 3. So you have 3 bits for the host portion. Now total number of hosts in each subnet. Total number of hosts per subnet is basically 2 to the power n minus 2. That is 2 to the power 3 minus 2. 8 minus 2 is basically 6. So you have a total of 32 subnetworks and each subnetwork will be having 6 valid host IDs or 6 valid hosts or 6 PCs can be connected to a particular subnetwork. Now moving to the valid host IDs, as there are a total of 32 subnetworks. So writing all the possible 32 subnetworks will be very cumbersome. So I will be showing you the starting first 4 subnetworks and similarly so on till the last 2 subnetwork IDs will be shown to you. I will not be writing all the 32 subnet IDs, but the concept is very clear to you. You can find out those 32 subnet IDs. Basically what you have to do, you have to use this block size. So now we are going to use this block size and this particular IP address to calculate the valid subnet IDs. Valid subnet IDs. I told you since this is a class C IP address, so this octet and this octet, these cannot be altered. So whatever the block size will be added in this octet. This octet will be used for subnetting. So the starting or the first subnet ID will be 192.168.20.0. That I told you in the previous numerical also. Now what you have to do is to just add the block size in the fourth subnet, because all the subnetting is taking place. Object 29 means fourth octet. All the subnetting is taking place in fourth octet. So the second subnet ID will be 192.168.20.8. The third subnet ID will be 192.168.20.16. Simply adding up the block size in the fourth octet of the subnet IDs. This will be 24, and so on and so forth. We will be having the 31st and the 32nd, the 31st and the 32nd. The 32nd will be 192.168.20. Simply subtract from 256 this block size. So 256 minus 8 will be equal to 248, and before this you will be having 240. These are the last two subnet IDs, and if you keep on moving 24, then adding 8 will be 32, then 40, 48, you will end up like this. So after this 248, if you add another 8, that will become equal to 256, and 256 is not allowed because 256 will then make a carry over the third subnet, and it will be trying to alter this 20 to 21, and the alteration in the third octet is not allowed for a class C subnetting purpose. So now these are the valid subnet IDs. What about the host IDs that you can calculate very easily? The host IDs, if we talk about the first subnetwork, then the valid host IDs will be 192.168.20.1 till 192.168.20. basically 6. And the broadcast ID will be one less than the second subnetwork ID. So the broadcast ID will be 192.168.20.7. For practice purpose, if we talk about this 31st subnetwork, what will be the valid host ID range? So the valid host ID range will be 192.168.20.241 to 192.168.20. basically 246. And the last ID, one less than the last subnetwork ID, will be 192.168.20.247. This will be the broadcast ID of the 31st subnetwork. And last, for the 32nd subnet host ID will start from 20.249 and it will move to 20.254. And the last one, that is the 192.168.20.255, this will be the broadcast ID of this second subnetwork. So basically these two examples must have cleared the concept of subnetting in case of a class C IP address. I hope that you will find this lecture interesting. Kindly share this video among your friend and like and subscribe my channel. In the next lecture, that is the lecture number 9, I will be coming up with the numerical related to the subnetting of class B IP addresses, and that will be a bit tricky. And then in the next lecture we will be coming up with the class A IP address subnetting, and in the following lecture we will be dealing with a practical consultancy example, how to perform subnetting if you are given a 5-department network and it is asked to you that you have to place this number of hosts in one subnet and this number of hosts in the second subnet, and how to perform that design example also. So our basic goal is to achieve that design example using classless and classful subnet masking. So these concepts will be coming up your way, so stay tuned for new updates related to this CCNA 200-301 course. Till then, it is time to say goodbye. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.